Hey you guys, thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be talking about something that's very important with the fact that it's summer. And if you're like me, you love to be outdoors. I love to fish. I love to hike. I'm going to be on a boat very soon near the water. I'm constantly on rough terrain and I'm driving a lot to get to the places I want to go. In order to find a speaker that fits my use, I had to go check out the Sony XB23. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to do an unboxing. We're going to check out all the specs, maybe do a little bit of a listen, and then I'm going to leave, put it through its paces over the next week or so while I'm out and about doing these things, and you guys can see the results. I'll get some shots from being outdoors, indoors, and using it while I'm on the go. So this is the Sony XB23 portable Bluetooth speaker. It's rugged, it fits in a cup holder, and it's going to be water and dust resistant. That's something that I need. But what I want to do first is just kind of go over the brief page that Sony has on this particular speaker, because I know they have about 4 or 5 or more in this lineup. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pull up this page. Let's take a look at the specs and then we'll get into a simple unboxing. So the SRS XB23, great sound, goes anywhere. It's compact, lightweight, and easy to carry wherever you're heading. Make the SRS XB for Extra Bass 23 the first thing you pack. As you can see here, this is a product that retails for $99.99. So we absolutely want to make sure it's worth its salt. I mean, these Bluetooth speakers have been out for a while, and I'd say $99.99 is probably the average at what most people are shopping for when you're looking for something portable to go with you. Portability. We'll learn a little bit more. As you can see here, it's featured on a nice little stump while somebody is camping. It can be put in your cup holder here, so very compact size. It has a convenient strap and a lanyard strap. Maybe you can use it to strap to a bag, something along those lines. So this features one of Sony's technologies that's called X-Balanced Speaker Unit. How does this technology help? Essentially, it gives you a wider soundstage. What does it mean when it says that? It means that when you're playing the speaker from a singular point, it's going to cover a wider area. It's going to give you full stereo from a wider presence. But it also helps in other areas. That cone being a slightly different shape rather than circular prevents the diaphragm from flexing too much. But let's go ahead and see what more we can find out. It has mica reinforced cellular speaker cone and dust cap. I'm assuming that's to keep dust out and also make sure that it's rigid and rough so it can take those falls, those drop. It has side passive radiators. You guys will see this on the speaker when we unbox it. The passive radiators are pretty cool. A couple other features here. It's dust proof, waterproof, rust proof, and washable. So it has a 12/10 hour battery life, so up to 12. Even in extra bass mode, you can get 10 hours and you can party up for 10 hours as well. These speakers feature up to 100 devices that you can link using their software on one single Bluetooth connection, which is pretty cool. I absolutely want to unbox this guy, get a hands-on feel for what the speaker's like, and show you guys what I perceive is going to be good and maybe a few drawbacks that I see before we put it to use. So let's dive down, let's check this out, let's get it unboxed, and then we'll go ahead and put it through its paces. There I go, dropping stuff. So that's it. The speaker itself looks pretty nice. It's got a nice fabric finish here. It's got some ported bottom pieces with like a rubber style grip. You have a rubber stopper here, and then you have, of course, your buttons right on the back, if you guys can see that. They call this their side passive radiators. These are the bass drivers, the bass cones down here that flex with the frequency and the air movement. What they do is they port this bottom piece here so you still get air out when you get this bass driver down here moving. They give you a good lanyard, so this isn't just a cheap lanyard. It's got a nice little clip right here so you can hang it on something. So far it's looking pretty premium for just the $99. Looks like it was dead out of the box. I'm gonna try to fire it up. I wanna test this out, and I know the sound isn't gonna be phenomenal for you guys. This is really just giving you kind of an entry into hearing what it sounds like. So my goal is to listen to it initially, get a few pieces of feedback, and relay that information to you. So I feel like I'll do a pretty good job. I listen to a lot of music, a lot of speakers, so I should be able to do this for you guys, no problem.
Bluetooth connected.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah. Lucas, Morais, Alan, AJ, yeah.
Thoughts everywhere. That body you see.
So initially, the bass response is okay. I will say the highs, there's some distortion there. I actually listened to this in store, and I will say it sounded a little bit better. So it could be the content. So what I'm trying to do is download the app that goes with this, and that's called the Sony Music Center. So I'm hoping I can go in here and get some EQ settings that are gonna change this for me. As you can see, we have our music sources. I could probably add more in here, but it just picked these up automatically. And then we have here some volume control. Now this is great and all. I don't think that would be very robust, but what they've done is they've added different settings. And you can go through here and it looks like you have sound, power option, other settings, and system. So if I go into sound, because that's what I'm looking for, it gives me some options here. I can turn that extra bass off, or I can leave it on. For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna leave it on. I'm actually gonna take that mid-range. I'm gonna turn the mid-range down. And the reason why is I want that treble to stand out without cranking the music. Totally up to you guys. This was also on mono, so I turned it to stereo, which is pretty cool. Let's go ahead, let's play a little bit of music, and let's see. I'm gonna do it direct from the app. So it just opens the other app.
I'ma act like a dick. Thoughts everywhere. That hoe over there. Why they but I'm no fool.
I'm pretty impressed, actually, to be honest. That wasn't bad, and it was much better than the first go around. So that stereo sound, in my opinion, might be what did it. It sounded much cleaner than the mono capability it had. But we're gonna go ahead, and because I promised this to you guys, we're gonna put it through its paces. We're gonna take it outdoors. We're gonna expose it to a little bit of water, some of the elements, and see how it sounds in maybe a space that isn't so enclosed where the sound can get trapped in. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna pack everything up here, and we'll go ahead and jump outside.
Something about you makes me feel alive, alive. I can see it in your eyes, the avidity, the desire, desire. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up tonight. You brought me back, you brought me back, you brought me back to life. Been here before, a perfect storm, no going back this time. I know this saying, that call is crazy, yeah. Oh, all the way up, all the way up.
So I took the XB23 with me on a trip to Chelan, and I'll be honest, I was pretty impressed. I definitely got the chance to take it out on the boat. I used it while we were playing some ping pong. I used it inside, I used it outside, and I was extremely impressed. I mean, the thing filled even the outside area really, really well, and it didn't seem to be as distorted as when I was here inside of my office. It was easy to carry with me, and it linked up perfectly every single time. Now, me being me, I tend to forget to use the app for equalization, so it was a good thing I set that up first, and that's something that I'm going to encourage you guys to do, is set up your EQ first. Now, I didn't really get the opportunity to run the battery out. I probably used this thing down to about 30%, and then I charged it back up, so I didn't really get a good feel, but it lasted the first couple days I was there. Then I plugged it in, we used it some more. It still has battery life, so I didn't explore every single feature this speaker has to offer, and maybe I can do that later. But if you're looking for something that can pair up with other speakers and maybe give you a stereo mode while being mobile, this is a pretty good unit. Honestly, out of 10, I rate this at about an 8.5. Now, the only reason I don't rate it a 10 out of 10 or a 9 or a 9.5 is because the sound could be better. And don't get me wrong, it's a good sound. But if I can spend $30, $40, $50 more and get something a little bit better, I definitely would. Now, for portability purposes, this is hands down going to do better than their next speaker up, the XB23. The XB33 sits sideways like this, and it's not really meant to be taken with you everywhere you go. I got the opportunity to clip this. We had an awning above us, and we clipped it to the top of the awning and just let the thing go. And it went for hours, and we didn't even notice. We just kind of listened to some music, and it was perfect in that regard. It replaced our boat speakers for a good hour until we could get the boat speakers working properly. So, I mean, the thing really did come in handy, and for $99, I'm rating it 8.5. The last thing I'll say is it did get thrown around quite a bit. I threw it in the bag as we were packing it. I threw it in my backpack. I threw it around the boat. I threw it in the backyard. And I don't literally mean I threw it. I just mean it went everywhere. It got set in places. It got tipped over. It got stacked on. And the thing, I mean, you can't even tell I took it out of the box. It looks brand new. So I was impressed with that because I've had some other speakers that they look destroyed after you take them outside, and it was extremely dusty, and look at this thing, it still looks super clean. So that being said, if you need a portable Bluetooth speaker to take with you on the go and you need some good quality sound, I'm definitely going to recommend the XB lineup. Without further ado, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I do have some videos coming out very soon, some nice wireless earbuds videos. I'm going to be doing a gaming monitor review, maybe 2 of those. Another PC build for a good streaming friend of mine. I'll let you guys know when that's getting a little bit sooner. And of course, I've got all my original content. I think it's somewhere around 50 videos by now, but you can check those out on my channel. I have them in playlists so you can see what the category is and if you're interested in it. And don't forget, you guys, like this video, share it with your friends, please subscribe, and thank you to everyone who has so far. I really appreciate the support. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I don't know what I'm gonna do after 1,000, but I think it's a good milestone, so maybe we'll do something fun once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So, as always, you guys, I'll catch you in the next video.